Long Beach is definitely the fastest. It's a great place to be.
Quite tight, quite slippery.
It's a great place with a great history.
Long Beach is fast, pretty wide.
Maybe just going to be a flat-out blast to the checkered flag.
For over 3 decades, the streets of Long Beach have hosted the best in world motorsport, and now another chapter is added to the book as that trend continues. The American Le Mans Series is here for the first time at the Grand Prix of Long Beach. Not only is it a landmark event for the world of motorsport, it is a marquee event for the state of California. Yes, the beautiful come out to play here at Long Beach. Sunshine, seaside, and these famed streets. It doesn't get much better, does it? Hello everyone, Lee Diffie here at Long Beach for round 3 of the American Le Mans Series in 2007, and this truly is a special day for the ALMS. Street courses are nothing new for this series, but being here at Long Beach certainly is something special. Another noteworthy point, Audi for the 2nd consecutive race meeting have been locked out of the front row. Here's the reason why. They just tried to squeeze everything out of the R10s, but they couldn't match the competition. It was hard going for this car that is built for high, long circuits. Dindo Capello really pushing the limit of adhesion there. Well, the man that they were chasing was Andretti Green Racing's Dario Franchitti. Plenty of champ car experience here on the streets of Long Beach, but in this P2 prototype, Dario was stunning. With just 30 seconds left on the clock, he had one more lap and went all the way to the top. With more on P1, here's Calvin Fish.
Well, Lee, we'll get to P1 in a moment, but once again on the front row, the story is the P2 category. Dario Franchitti, always quick here at Long Beach, had a couple of runner-up finishes in Champ Car, scored ACURA's first pole, and Dario, I know the team is very excited about that, but how do you now turn that into your 2nd win of the season with this very tough turn 1 up against you as you lead the field to green today?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. You know, we've got obviously Ryan's quick beside us in the Porsche, we've got the Audi just behind, so it's going to be interesting, but it being a sprint race, you know, an hour and 40 minutes, we're going to have to get it done.
All right, mate, best of luck. Well, even though this season is relatively young, rivalries have already been established. Just a couple of weeks ago at St. Petersburg, it was Dario's younger brother, Marino, in the 26 machine. He had a great start to the race, but then there was a recovering Ryan Briscoe who came through, nudged him into the tyre barriers. Ultimately, Briscoe and Masson went out to score their victory that day and left a very frustrated Marino Franchitti in the tyres. Well, the irony is today we've got the 26 and the 6 car on the front row together. Ryan, I know team boss Roger Penske was very frustrated about that start at St. Pete. I basically got you behind the 8 ball there. Any different strategy today?
I think we've thrown strategy out the door for the stars, because we sat in the truck at St. Petersburg and talked about it for about an hour. And as soon as it went green, everything changed. So, you know, we're just going to try to keep it safe today and get through the first turn with all 4 corners nice and clean and see how it goes. But it's just great to be on the front row again. Qualifying yesterday was one of the most exciting qualifying sessions I've ever done. So it's definitely a great fight out there.
All right, mate, go get him.
Thanks.
Well, Lee, once again, LMP2 is making the headlines.
And Cal, in addition to the P2 class, the GT2 category has been providing some amazing competition in 2007, really pushing the limit. However, some teams found that limit at St. Petersburg 2 weeks ago. Here's what I'm talking about. First up, for Risi Competizione, Jose Maria Lopez. This is in the first session Friday morning, and one trashed $500,000 race car. For Peterson White Lightning, this was the class leader, Thomas Enger, right towards the end of the race. Heavy contact into the turn 3 wall. Thomas was semi-conscious, and the ALMS medical team went to the rescue, and that was also another demolished Ferrari 430. Have a look at these stats. 11 days work, 8 full-time mechanics, over 2,000 hours, and somewhere over $300,000 to get a new car ready for this most recent round. And Dale White of Peterson White Lightning Racing tells us what transpired once they got the car.
Basically, the car was totaled. There was a few parts on the right side that we were able to reuse, but The next morning, met with Ferrari representatives who were there and phoned Italy and started preparations on the tub, and there was never really a thought to skip the next race. Meanwhile, Dennis and the guys in the shop were taking apart the old car to be ready for the new chassis to arrive, which didn't come until Sunday. And the guys did a tremendous job. Dennis Chisma and the whole crew worked, round the clock to get it to this point, and it's here already decaled and ready to go to scrutineering. It's just amazing. A lot of people maybe criticize my decision to do this, but I'll tell you, when the car even fired up last night, there was a few tears in the shop. And when they see the car pulling out on the track tomorrow, you'll see some tears in our pit.
Quite an extraordinary story, really. And the good news is that Thomas Enger is on the mend. He was transferred from the Bayside Medical Centre in St. Pete to the Methodist Hospital in Indianapolis, where renowned orthopaedic surgeon Dr. Tim Weber operated on him Friday week ago. And the injury sustained a severely shattered elbow, contused lung, cracked ribs, and severe bruising. But the good news about Thomas, he is on the mend very quickly. He's already into rehab, and he says he'll be back in time for the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Now, with more on GT2, here's Brian.
Lee, you said it, GT2 is always a battle. It's been Ferrari versus Porsche lately. Now, MIKA SALO starts from the pole for the first time in 2007. MIKA, you qualified on the pole at Sebring, but had to start at the back. When you look at this race, though, is it even more important to be up front on this tight street circuit?
It is, yeah. This is important because it's a short race also, so you don't have time to catch up everybody, and also the passing points here are not so easy like in Sebring.
It is going to be tough, without a doubt. Salo looking for his 4th win in a row, dating back to the last round of 2006. But Patrick Long trying to take the battle to him in Porsche. In qualifying, you qualified second, Patrick. Great to see you back in the series. But a lot of the talk this weekend has been about you in a Porsche, but not a GT2 Porsche later in the season. What can you tell us about these rumors about being in a Spider?
Only that I hope they're true. It's all about today right now at Long Beach and getting this RSR up front, but hopefully later on in the season I might be in a Spider. We're working hard behind the scenes. Uwe and the rest of the Porsche Motorsport gang has really been behind me, and I'm just extremely pleased with all the opportunities they've given me.
Well, it is exciting news indeed, but you heard him say first, we got a GT2 battle to take care of, and 35 miles an hour on the streets of Long Beach, that is way gone this weekend, guys. It's going to be a great one.
And in GT1, the Corvette intra-team battle continues. Yes, the 4 won its 2nd successive pole position, but they're sharing it round because in the 3, Magnussen took pole at Sebring, Olivier Beretta took pole at St. Pete, and now it's Ollie Gavin's turn here on the streets of Long Beach. But who will take that victory? Well, we'll find out. It's going to be a short one here at Long Beach, but it's going to be fast. It's going to be brutal in the shortest ever race in the history of the American Le Mans Series here on these famed streets in Long Beach, California.
This Tuesday, Epic Ride trades 2 wheels for 4 with a joyride in the sand. Now that's an epic ride.
It was a great time.
Epic Ride, Glamis Dunes, Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern, only on Speed.
Power, power, power. Concentrate. Engine strong. Breathe. Just breathe. Right on the money. Don't stall the car. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Pick your apex. I can catch them on turn 7.
If we put this much thought into a single race, imagine what we put into the cars we build for you. ACURA. Advance.
Hey, Jimmy, need a little help?
Sure.
You know what else would be good?
Cobalt tools are so comfortable.
Let me use that screwdriver. No.
You just don't want to quit working.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Great tools.
Cobalt, the next generation of tough tools.
Well, anything else we can do?
There's always my wife's car.
Available exclusively at Lowe's.
Fast cars, intense competition, things that bring Americans together. And now, there's one more thing that can unite us. Ethanol. It's America's high-performance renewable fuel. cleaner burning and better for the environment. Using ethanol-enriched fuel reduces harmful tailpipe emissions. Best of all, it reduces our dependence on foreign oil. Look for ethanol-enriched fuel at the pump. If you don't see it, ask your retailer. Ethanol, America's high-performance renewable fuel.
The thrill of white-knuckle driving obviously came from someone with white knuckles.
What a great day, let's bring her in.
Formula One-inspired Michelin Pilot Series high-performance tires.
Or not.
Michelin, a better way forward.
Speed's coverage of the American Le Mans Series is brought to you by ACURA. ACURA, advance. The ACURA pre-race show and countdown to green continues for round 3 of the American Le Mans Series here on the streets of Long Beach. Hello everyone, Lee Diffie and Dorsey Schrader back with you. Welcome back. And Dorsey, let's get straight to the Lowe's storylines for the race today. There's 3 in total. It can be umbrellaed by saying be smart, be safe, but let's talk more specifically, and it's survive and advance.
Well, this is the first of back-to-back races. You see, when the teams load up tonight, they'll have to drive all the way across the United States, 1,560 miles, about 2 days drive time to get to Houston, Texas. They can unload there on Wednesday. They're on the racetrack Friday. That means that they have only 1 day to repair any damage that might happen today. So if you have a problem today, you'll probably not only miss this race, but the one next week as well. So to advance, first you must survive.
In the 9-year history of the American Le Mans Series, this is the shortest race at 1 hour and 40 minutes. Any one driver can do no more than 1 hour and 10. How does that impact strategy?
Well, it makes it pretty interesting. I mean, all of the cars in the race will only have to stop once this time. That being said, the pit window opens between 32 minutes and 55. When you come in, do you just put on the fuel load, which will be short, it'll be a quick pit stop, or do you take tires? If you take tires, do you take outsides only? It takes about 5 seconds. Or do you go with a full set? It takes about 10 seconds.
As we saw on the streets of St. Petersburg 2 weeks ago, Dorsey, street courses do not give you a second chance.
Now, if you make a mistake here, that concrete wall's out there. But not only that, at Long Beach, you've got a very long pit lane, and it's a very slow pit lane. So if you pit under green, you're probably going to lose a lap. From a driver's standpoint, if I make a mistake out there and I have to bring the car in for repair, I'm not going to win the race. On the other hand, if I'm in on the pit stop and one of my crew guys makes a mistake, I get a drive-through penalty, I'm not going to win the race. The guy that will win the race today will probably be the car and the driver that do not make mistakes.
All right, let's look at the finer points of the famed streets of Long Beach with the ACURA track description.
The street circuit in Long Beach is 1.968 miles long, 11 corners, and one of the most unique aspects of the track is Shoreline Drive. The front straightaway is not straight. In fact, it has a 170-mile-per-hour right-hand bend. It brings you down the short chute to the best passing opportunity you'll have all day, the brake zone for turn 1. Past that complex, you go through around the fountain area, and there really isn't a good spot to pass anywhere in there until you get to this corner, turn 8. Turn 8 is a very important corner because through that, you lead onto the longest back straightaway that you have, and this one is in fact straight. So you accelerate down this area, and you get into the area of turn 9, 10, 11. This huge complex of corners is very important. The brake zone here, the overtaking. Then there's this 180-degree carousel leading to the tightest corner that these cars will have to make all season long, the hairpin at Long Beach. The trick here, get through the corner and accelerate. Get the power down. Run down this front straightaway through the next right-hand bend, because just around the corner is the checkered flag, and you could be a winner at Long Beach.
Ready?
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Josh Duhamel from the series Las Vegas getting us started here at Long Beach. Exciting times for the American Le Mans Series. There's been a variety of categories race on this wonderful circuit, most notably Formula One and Champ Car. But today, it's the American Le Mans Series turn, and we are pretty pumped up about it. So too are the teams in this series. Round 3 starts when we return. We'll go green and go racing here in California.
Sunday, it's a Texas-sized edition of NASCAR Race Day.
We're going to see a great race today.
Big track, big crowd, and big-time action. At one of the most unpredictable races in NASCAR.
Push each other to the absolute limit. Oh, there we go. Trouble right there.
NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot. Live coverage from Texas Motor Speedway begins Sunday, 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific. NASCAR on speed. It's huge.
Power, power, power. Concentrate. Engine strong. Breathe. Just breathe. Right on the mud. Don't stall the car. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Get your apex. I can catch them on turn 7.
If we put this much thought into a single race, imagine what we put into the cars we build for you. ACURA. Advance.
I need 480 tons of plaster.
I need 70 more rolls of paper.
All small businesses have one thing in common. They need things.
We need to get 6 tickets for Tokyo.
We're open to helping meet your needs. That's why there's the American Express Business Gold Rewards Card. With no preset spending limit, you can get what you need, plus the rewards you deserve in return. By calling 1-888-604-OPEN or visiting us online, you can also get automatic discounts on the things you buy most.
I need to rent a car every week.
I need to ship 42 glass bowls.
We'll also show you how easily you can earn 100,000 points in your first year alone. Enough for things like 4 round-trip airline tickets or other rewards. Earn as many points as you can. They never expire.
I need a better way to buy what I need.
The American Express Business Gold Rewards Card. Call 1-888-604-OPEN or visit open.com/gold for yours, and we'll waive the fee for the first year.
Back at Long Beach, the Grand Prix of Long Beach, and a first for the American Le Mans Series. Don't these cars look great on this storied circuit? Well, it's time now to meet our respective pole-winning teams with the KLEIN Tool starting grid.
Dario Franchitti, Edinburgh, Scotland.
Hi, I'm Brian Herta from Valencia, California.
Alan McNish from Dumfries in Scotland.
I'm Dino Capello from Santo Stefano Belgo, Piemonte, Italy.
Hi, I'm Oliver Gavin from Yardley Hastings, England.
I'm Olivier Beretta from Monaco, Monte Carlo.
Hi, I'm MIKA SALO from Helsinki, Finland, currently living in Monaco.
I'm Jaime Melo from Brazil.
There they are, the 4 respective teams that performed the best in their class. And that's what the American Le Mans Series is all about, multi-class racing. If this is a first for you, we have 4 different classes on the track at the one time. Dorsey, so much was made about the Prototype 2 class at St. Pete 2 weeks ago. Can they go all the way here today to claim the overall victory?
Well, they certainly have the speed. They've shown speed all weekend long. The ACURA, of course, on the pole, but the Porsches are right there as well. I mean, it's been stunning qualifying. We were all just watching that with our, our raised hair, if you will. It was fantastic. So, can they do the reliability? That's the whole question here.
5 onboard cameras that feature in today's show. Car 1, top left of your screen, Dindo Capello, Alan McNish. Center of the screen, Car 7, 1 of 2. Porsche RS Spyders for Penske Racing, and that's Timo Bernhard on board. He, of course, shares with Romain Dumas. Car 9, the Acura of Stefan Johansson, David Brabham. Another Acura Prototype 2 car, the 15 for Fernandez Lowe's Racing, and that is Adrian Fernandez. Luis Diaz will start, and problem for the 12, Cal.
Well, we talk about these walls being unforgiving. Mike Lewis, who's a veteran here in Trans Am competition on the streets of Long Beach, has had an issue on the pace lap. You see here damage to the left side of the car. I don't think it got into the suspension, but not the start they were looking for.
Oh, that's a nightmare. That is tough.
Now, that's unbelievable to have a crash behind the pace car. I mean, that's just not right.
Now Marty Kaufman, race director, and the ALMS officials have notified us that they're going to try and get as many people on the front straight as possible before they throw the green. It doesn't look like it's happening, though. It's a spread out field. They're gone. Dario Franchitti, the pole man, will he hold the power heading down into turn 1? Here comes Briscoe. Dindo Capello looks for an option as well. And Timo Bernhard forces his way through. So, it's Andretti Green Racing, Dario Franchitti, then Ryan Briscoe, Timo Bernhard, and you ride with Dindo Capello.
It was so important for these guys to make turn 1 and not have the big pileup. We were all worried about that.
Franketti's got a nice margin early on. KLEIN through the opening few turns, which is good. That's promising. BRISCOE locks up.
He's going to have to watch that, Lee. He's locked up twice now on the first opening lap. You flat spot these tires, you'll have a long way to go. And like we said, you cannot make a pit stop under green here.
Great to see Dario Franchitti leap out to the lead like this. I was talking to Barry Green. One of the things he said is not only are our two drivers very experienced at this racetrack, but the team has a lot of experience. And Dorsey, as you can allude to, if they know where the bumps are, the frequency of all those bumps, it helps them with setup issues, and it certainly helps them when the track is green and the tires are cold. And that's what we're seeing right now.
It's a good point, Brian. You know, the ALMS is sharing the racetrack this weekend. They didn't have a lot of lap time. They had 40 minutes of practice and a mere 20 minutes in qualifying. So having two drivers in a team that's been here before is a huge advantage.
And Brian Herter sat on the pole here in Champ Car back in 1998. Franchitti and Herter, it's a strong combination. None of the four Penske drivers have been here. Capello still chases this man, Timo Bernhard. We ride with him in third.
And again, brake lock up from BRISCOE.
It's a 1.5 second advantage to Dario Franchitti after the first flying lap. Johansson is 5th, Pirro 6th, Diaz is 7th, then Wallace, Smith, and Gavin. That's the top 10. Here we go. There's Capello. Through comes Stefan Johansson. There's Manuel Pirro behind the Highcroft Racing Acura. Stefan, of course, has raced here before. His teammate David Brabham has not. There's Manuel Pirro. Then Luis Diaz. And then the first of the Dyson Porsches in Andy Wallace. They stretch their legs up here into turn 9, and then this very tricky complex up into the double apex turn 10, and then the extremely tight turn 11 hairpin.
Tightest corner that they'll ever make. Some of these cars can barely make the radius of the corner, and then trying to launch off that corner with over 650 horsepower without the wheel spin. Of course, the traction control helps you a great deal right there.
Dorsey told you right at the top of the show, folks, in one of the low storylines, survive and advance. We've got back-to-back American Le Mans Series weekends here on the streets of Long Beach and next weekend on the streets of Houston. So you've got to be smart, and I have to say the boys have played it smart so far.
Took a look there at Andy Wallace in one of the Dyson entries. They, at the end of qualifying, all of a sudden started smiling. They found something on this chassis that's new to them, the Porsche RS, and they think they can be competitive today.
This will be a one-stop race. And the talk around the paddock was that because of the time limit on one of the two drivers, one driver can only do a maximum of 1 hour and 10 minutes. That means 30 minutes is your first opportunity to pit. So long as a yellow comes along, we should see a frantic pit lane at that point. But we're just getting our teeth into this third round of the American Le Mans Series. Jamie Mello, incidentally, leads the GT2 class ahead of Darren Law and Johannes van Overbeek.
Of course, that's a Ferrari. There we take a look at it. Beautiful red Ferrari. The Ferrari over Porsche battle in GT2, immense, unbelievably competitive.
You got to believe that number 62 with Jamie Mello behind the wheel will come to pit lane as soon as they pass that 30-minute mark if they get that early yellow. I talked to Dave Sims. He said the biggest problem is Jamie fell off of his bike last week while bicycling to stay fit. He's got some bruised ribs on the left side, and his left arm is very sore, as well as his left shoulder. That left side takes a pounding around this Long Beach circuit because there's so many right-hand corners. He's very uncomfortable in the car. As soon as they get an opportunity and the time allows, he will get out.
Some of the sports car traditionalists were questioning the time of this race, the 1 hour 40, the shortness of it, Dorsey. As we join this battle here, it's good one too. Wolf Hensler chases the Peterson White Lightning Ferrari with Tim Bergmeister on board.
The shortness of the race complicates your strategy. There's no question about it because, for instance, looking at these two cars, the Ferrari can double stint its tires. We know that. There's no question. But the Porsche has trouble doing the same at Pete.
Quick update. We're hearing reports that Ryan Briscoe will bring the 6 in. He has a deflating tire.
And I bet it's the one that's been locking up for the last 3 laps because it's got a flat spot and more than likely a small hole by now.
And here is Briscoe.
Now remember what I said, a green flag pit stop could cost him a lap. Let's watch.
At St. Pete 2 weeks ago, these guys ran into early trouble. They picked up debris in the car. It caused overheating. They had several pit stops for that, and he was also penalised. But in the end, when it all shook out, this 6 car, the DHL Penske Porsche, won its class.
4, 3, 2, 1, in. Tires only. Get ready.
Ryan Briscoe brings it to a stop. It's a right rear flat, and that would be why he was locking up the left front diagonally cross-weighted across the car. So Ryan Briscoe in recovery mode. They did it at St. Pete. It's going to be very tough here. A trip down pit lane costs you 45 seconds without service. Penske boys get him away quickly. Will it be fast enough?
This will give us a first indication, Dorsey, of how costly that is coming in under green.
Well, Lee, one of the nuances of a street circuit are the concrete walls, and when debris comes off race cars, there's nowhere for it to go. It stays in the racing line, and as a result of that, you get a lot of punctures on these street circuits, and that looks like he's lost, whoa, almost had trouble there. Lost about a half a lap, and all they did was take tires.
Locks up again, coming into the fountain turn. And our first estimates, it looks like he's lost about half a lap. Here's our race leader, Dario Franchitti, in the XM Satellite Acura for Andretti Green Racing. Actually, it's a little bit more than half a lap, isn't it? Because Franchitti isn't too far behind.
What do all these celebrities have in common? They've all thrown the green flag in a NASCAR race, and now you can too. Want to be the chief flag operator at this year's NASCAR Nextel All-Star Challenge? Log on to speedtv.com/myraceday for details, and you could be here.
Power. Concentrate. Engine strong. Breathe. Just breathe. Right on the mud. Don't stall the car. Come on, let's go. Get your apex. I can catch them on turn 7.
If we put this much thought into a single race, imagine what we put into the cars we build for you. Acura. Advance.
It has a 6-liter, 48-valve V12 engine with 510 horsepower. Electronic active roll suspension. Custom leather seats with 6 levels of massage. A voice command navigation system. And it all means nothing. Unless you have the right tires. For drivers who want to get the most out of their cars, it's Bridgestone or nothing.
Speed's coverage of the American Le Mans Series is brought to you by Acura. Acura, advance. And by KLEIN Tools, American-made quality for 150 years. Pros know the difference. 5.2 seconds the lead margin. Dario Franchitti over Timo Bernard for Penske Racing. And as we mentioned at the top of the show, here's our second place man, the German, who had all of last year to settle into Team Penske and these beautiful Porsche RS Spyders. As we said right at the top of the show, the strong combinations may be the guys who have had experience here before, Dawson. That certainly is Dario Franchitti and Brian Herta.
No doubt about it. When you saw Dario Franchitti up ahead there, he was already lapping through the GT2 cars, so it didn't take long for the field to get 6 laps, as a matter of fact, and they're lapping one another already.
This will be the last time we see Dario in the XM Satellite Acura for some time, because his younger brother Marino Franchitti will do the majority of the season alongside Brian Herta. Not quite sure on what the trio will be at Petit Le Mans, but stay tuned for that as the series progresses. One of Dario's team owners, Michael Andretti, enjoyed a great deal of success here at Long Beach throughout the kart/champ car days. 3 times a pole winner, twice a race winner, Michael Andretti. Can his new sports car team go all the way today? Well, what a wonderful start for Dario. Smooth at the moment. He has 4.7 seconds over Timo Bernard. So Timo's eaten in a little bit to his lead, and we will continue to monitor that.
I suspect he's eaten to his lead because it's Dario who's making the passes on the GT2 cars. Very shortly, though, that won't be the case, and we'll see a little bit of a seesaw battle back and forth as the time goes up and down with the traffic.
Best of the P1 cars is Dindo Capello for Audi Sport North America. His teammate Manuel Pirro is immediately behind in 4th overall, 2nd in class. Let's talk GT1 for a moment. And the 4 of Oliver Gavin, the pole-winning car, leads the way over the sister car of Jan Magnussen quite comfortably at the moment. Looking for its 3rd consecutive class victory. And there is the sister car in the background.
It's not that far back then, is it?
No, so a small margin at the moment for the Corvette boys.
Yeah, Magnussen right there in the second of the cars.
Keep your door closed. Fields behind you. John Fields behind you.
And up front, traffic is really starting to play a hand in Dario Franchitti's lead. It's now down to 2.4 seconds. Timo Bernhard is coming.
We said how important it was not to make a mistake because we're going on to Houston straight from here. On the other hand, let me tell you, the other side of that coin is ACURA wants this win over Porsche. And the boys have been told, don't let that happen. Porsche guys have been told that we need this win. ACURA's been told that. Audi, of course, has never been beaten with the TDI diesel, and it's struggling here, no doubt about it.
CompuAir Corvette C6Rs continuing the research program, making sure that they are in top shelf form and state heading to the 24 Hours of Le Mans. So that's GT1 taken care of for the moment. Let's talk GT2 because Darren Law is not letting Jamie Mello get away. And further back, the battle for 5th is on the 61 car, with Nick Johnson behind the wheel. He's sharing, incidentally. We welcome Anthony Lazzaro back to the series here in California. Through goes Dindo Capello. That's the lead P1 car. Scoots up the inside of Nick Johnson. This was the car that was trashed at St. Petersburg, and it wasn't only the Peterson White Lightning crew who had a lot of work to do, so too did the Risi team.
I'd say a lot of work to do. You're talking about completely building a car from scratch, every bit of it in 1 week's time, and then going halfway across the country to make it race.
Well, right behind is Tim Bergmeister, and we mentioned at the top of the show just how hard those guys had to work and the great expense incurred by the team. And team owner Mike Peterson, if there was ever a case of thanks mum, because his mum Mary certainly contributed as far as the dollar department. So a great family effort there from son Mike Peterson and mum Mary. Great work to have that car in the field, and they did not take the soft option. They could have easily skipped around, but it's very important for them to be a part of each and every round of this year's American Le Mans Series.
2 weeks ago, none of us ever would have believed that both these cars would be able to be assembled or reassembled and be here in time, but these teams just a huge effort.
And we made mention a few moments ago of welcoming Anthony Lazzaro back to the series. Now let's hear from him. He's with Cal.
Great to see him back in pit lane, but more importantly, great to see him back in a race car, mate. Talk about this Ferrari has really dominated the last handful of races, the end of last year and the early season going here. What makes it so special, Anthony?
I think it's a lot of it's the groundwork that we laid with the 360 a few years ago. You know, with Risi, this team developed the 360 and now the 430. So the guys have done an awesome job developing the car like we have over the last few years, and now we're finally getting the dividends of it. But I'll tell you what, having the American Le Mans Series here at Long Beach is pretty special, and I got to say hello to all my friends back in Georgia. They're watching, Kai and my daughter Ansley. Thank you.
Difficult weekend to return, limited track time. Did you get the rust knocked off yesterday morning?
Hey, Calvin, you know me long enough. It didn't take very long at all. I've only had a few laps, but I've been up to speed. Been very happy with the way I've been doing, and what can I say? The car here is wonderful to drive. Michelin tires are doing an awesome job, and look at the crowd. I mean, like I say, it really is for the fans, and this is a great place to be.
Best of luck, mate.
Thank you.
And he still keeps his eye in, Dorsey, that's for sure. He does a lot of driving for team owner Giuseppe Risi in a variety of cars, that's for sure. Hey, I want to remind you that Lowe's Fantasy Racing on AmericanLeMans.com is off to a fun and competitive start. Certainly if you're watching this, you're a sports car fan. Log on today and race against each other, other drivers and fans on the series' best road courses. You can win prizes and test your skills against the best. That is Lowe's Fantasy Racing on AmericanLeMans.com. There's your race leader, and he's finally got through that traffic and extended his lead margin. That's Dario Franchitti over Timo Bernard to 4 seconds. We'll be back.
What's on your mind, my friend?
Go ride with Dave.
What is this kid thinking?
Give him a piece of your mind.
That's a bunch of...
Only one voice matters. Yours.
The best damn racing show, period.
Wind Tunnel with Dave Despain. Sunday night, 9 Eastern. Live and only on Speed.
Power, power, power. Concentrate. Engine strong. Breathe. Just breathe. Right on the mud. Don't stall the car. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Pick your apex. I can catch them on turn 7.
If we put this much thought into a single race, imagine what we put into the cars we build for you. ACURA. Advance.
Every so often, something comes along that breaks the rules, defies convention, and challenges the status quo. The time has come. Victory. Bold, modern, custom. The American motorcycle redefined. Victory. The new American motorcycle. Take the Victory Challenge. Test ride a Victory at one of over 350 dealers. Get a limited edition t-shirt. Victory was built on the belief that an American company could design and build the best motorcycles in the world. From our Spirit Lake, Iowa home to more than 350 Victory dealers, that belief holds true today. Experience Victory for yourself. Call 1-866-TEST-RIDE to set up your own test ride. There's a full line of Victory motorcycles waiting to hit the road. Call 1-866-TEST-RIDE today. Victory, the new American motorcycle.
Racing is the only sport where talent guarantees you nothing. You lose, you're gone.
Second place gets 0. It's all about award.
This is the biggest opportunity of my life.
Set up Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Speed.
We've had Australia, we've had Malaysia. Now it is time for the Formula One Bahrain Grand Prix. It's live here on Speed tomorrow at 7 in the morning Eastern. And it continues to get ever more interesting. Felipe Massa on pole again, but young Brit Lewis Hamilton on the front row. Should be great. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning Eastern. Dario Franchitti continues to lead the Grand Prix of Long Beach in the XM satellite radio ACURA. At the moment, Dorsey's untouchable.
He's got about a 1 front straightaway lead over Timo Bernhard in the Porsche, who just came around the hairpin as we saw Dario going into turn 1. Pretty amazing this early on, but again, remember the strategies when they come to the single pit stop they'll make. That's where it's going to really tell what the race is about. Oh, we've had a crash.
This is the 18 of Tom Milner.
Oh no, he hasn't hurt the car again, I hope, because this has been... Rahal Letterman team, you hear the communication, and the words I heard, we're done.
You drive it, will it come in?
Well, he's trying. Young Tom Milner is trying, but that car isn't going anywhere by the looks of that. We could be up for our first full course caution here.
This has been a bad start for Mr. Milner. He's just had nothing but accidents in this car.
Well, he's shown a good turn of speed. He's only a young guy. He's 21 years of age, and he hadn't raced a Porsche before until this year. And he and Ralph Kellners were on their way to a podium up until the final 9 minutes at St. Pete 2 weeks ago. And, yep, we've got our first full course yellow. Here it is. Let's have a look at what happened to Tom Milner in the Rahal Letterman Racing Porsche. Here we go, Dorsey.
Yeah, he just comes in way too much speed, back in, slops around, and gets into the wall. These walls do not move. I know about that.
That comes back to one of our low storylines of the race. This place does not give you a second chance.
That was the exit of turn 9, the brake zone, and the entry into the complex 9, 10, 11. But he spun the car and contact with the wall, Lee. I mean, it just eats these cars. This place is no, you know, it's not forgiving to spin a car out on a street circuit, period.
Right, well, we've only been going for just over 18 minutes, so this first full course yellow is not at a time conducive to pit stops and driver changes.
Complicates things all the more, doesn't it? No one's going to come in. I don't believe anybody that doesn't have a serious problem will do anything but follow this pace car right now.
And Dario Franchitti sees his lead margin evaporate. After a very good start, quick pace up front, and was getting away from the field, he now sees Timo Bernard right in his mirrors. So the field will come together. They'll get a breather, and Tom Milner will need to be rescued, and a damage evaluation will be done back on pit road. The crowd for a Saturday here at Long Beach, you cannot believe it. It is nothing short of stunning. We've had extremely high winds here this week, but the weather conditions are nice at the moment.
Lee, I've been coming here a really long time. This is the best Saturday crowd I've ever seen. And of course, when I ran Trans Am, that was usually a Saturday show. But here's Milner. Tom's good. He's out of the car. I know he's disgusted about this incident, but he's okay.
So Ralph Kellners will be scratching his head back on pit road. A little frustrated. Here we go. We highlight the P2 current standings for you. We know that Dario Franchitti not only leading the class, but leading the race. And Johansson for Highcroft Racing sits in second ahead of Luis Diaz. More in a moment.
Here's to men, to guys who want to spend more time having fun and less time in the men's room, to guys who want to go less at night. And here's to Flomax. In 1 week, Flomax may relieve male urinary symptoms due to BPH, also called an enlarged prostate. Flomax may help symptoms like frequently waking up to go, going often, weak stream, in 1 week. Only your doctor can tell if you have BPH, not prostate cancer. Common side effects of Flomax are runny nose, dizziness, and decrease in semen. Upon standing, a sudden drop in blood pressure may occur, rarely resulting in fainting. So when starting Flomax, avoid situations where injury could result. If considering cataract surgery, tell your eye surgeon you've taken Flomax. Could you feel a difference in 1 week? Call 877-4FLOMAX and ask your doctor about Flomax. Flomax could make a difference in 1 week.
Discover what the pros know. When it comes to hand tools, only one brand is #1. KLEIN Tools. For world-class performance. Superior results. For unsurpassed precision, durability, and comfort. You simply can't buy a better hand tool. An American-made tradition of excellence for 150 years. KLEIN Tools. Pros